It is June 9th, 2020. We're here on the rooftop of 1550 Bervy Street, San Diego, California, 92110. We're going to inspect the sewer lines here for the property. Now we're here on the rooftop in the back master bathroom. We don't normally go down the smaller vent lines, but this single vent pipe right here is directly over the lavatory sink for this master bathroom, and it has an active leak on the cast iron piping. So we can see that it's above the floorboards, so the wall will have to be opened up in the bedroom closet area to cut out the cast iron that was left there, and then lead that down into the crawl space to swap that out. So real quick, we're just going to go ahead. We're using a very small camera here, not the one we're going to use for the main sewer. To try to go ahead and just look down this line, and then we'll push across if we can get through. So a little bit of cobwebs here, so we're going to quickly pull this back out, wipe those off our lens, and go back down again here. So here we have all our galvanized steel pipe. We have a little transition turn right there, it looks like. Here's some cast iron here. I do see that ABS is under the sink, and it looks like the T in the wall may have been ABS, but the rest was left cast iron. No, it looks like just the adapter in the wall. So you can see this is the cast iron T junction right here where the water's flowing from the sink. So the cast iron T in the wall will also need to be swapped out. And so you can see a little bit of flaking there, the cast iron pipe on the wall, some buildup in scale deposit. So we didn't expect to see a crack line, but we just thought we'd try to get the small camera through this small line since it has its own vent. So I'm going to pull back up here. Again, it's unusual that you would see a complete huge separation or a hole in the pipe. We do get that every once in a while, but on a lavatory sink like this, there's going to be a hairline crack, or even the T-junction, which is again right here, that picks up the water from under the sink at this point here. Even one of the leaded joints could be bad on there, so that'll need to be opened up. The pipe is relatively open, but again, it's going to have to be changed out from above this T. So right about here, right at this turn junction right here, down and into the crawl space. So we're going to now pause and move over to the main sewer from this bathroom. Okay, so we've now moved over to the bathroom vent here for this master above the toilet. So going down this original 2-inch galvanized vent. Here's a T-junction right here, and that's there because that's what picks up the vent for the shower stall that's on this same wall. And it continues down, converts into cast iron. That's the T-junction right there where the toilet dumps into the system. So right there, that wet T, that is the water coming in from the toilet closet arm. Then this vertical is going to end, and we're going to make a transition here into the main horizontal line. So when the unit is vacant, we did go ahead and flush the toilet and run some water when we first arrived here. You want to do that so that we can obviously see if there's any standing pockets or pools of water, which we consider a sag in the line. It can be due to improper installation, settling over time, or just scale or buildup in cast iron that can cause water to hang out. So you want to know if that's an issue. So this is a 3-inch cast iron original main sewer pipe. So you can see there's some scaling on the inside, some little bit of buildup and deposits. Nothing severe though, nothing that needs to be jetted out or any type of repair replacement at this point in time. But all these rougher edges with ultra low flow toilets on occasion can snag things. Doesn't mean it's going to back up the sewer main, but on occasion when we're running through camera through here, we'll see things caught on turns in these rough edges, unlike plastic pipe, of course. So still some pretty much standard scale and buildup of deposits for the age of the home and the age of the pipe. But nothing, again, that requires any type of maintenance or repair at this point in time. And we have a hall bathroom that we'll be coming up on shortly here that will tee into the line. And there's the T-junction right there. So this is where the other bathroom junction's in. We did go ahead and flush the toilet and run some water through that bathroom when we first arrived as well. Okay, we've got a transition right here. You can see that the cast iron pipe may have turned into 4-inch pipe right here, it appears. We've not gone into the crawl space, but a little bit wider angle on the camera, and it's actually a little bit cleaner looking. The pipe is a little bit more open, so the 2 bathrooms would make sense. They would typically run 4-inch pipe for 2 bathrooms. So this pipe is a lot more open, a lot less scale and buildup, as you can see, as the previous one. Although again, the previous one, we're not recommending anything be done on it this time. Still, it doesn't need it. So everything looks really good through here. Okay, so we do have some foreign object in the line right here, you can see. So somebody has dropped, I don't know if that is a little tool for grabbing hair out of a drain or what that's from. It kind of looks like one of these little weird tools that you can buy at a hardware store to try to snake out a sink or a tub, drain, little hair that's just at the very beginning of the line. But it could be some weird little cord to something as well. But anyway, we've got that foreign object in the line, so we're right here at about 60 feet out from the vent. Typically with something small like this, we have a couple different methods to try to retrieve and grab things, but as small and light as this is, typically something like this we would recommend just actually flushing out. We would actually just use a cable with some large bits and a camera in conjunction so you can verify that it's pushed all the way out to the city and get it pushed out. So we're going to go ahead and grab one little snapshot photo of this. Okay, we're going to continue down the line here. See, kind of pushed out of the way. So that will snag paper, feces, and other little debris. Unlikely it would probably cause the main sewer stoppage, but it's not a guarantee. It definitely needs to be removed and cleaned out of the line. Now here's the original property line clean out. So you can see right here that little bug on the top of the screen. Actually, they're living on the vertical part of the pipe there. So this horizontal pipe makes a transition here in front of the sidewalk, and we're going to be making a downward turn right here. You can see here's the downward turn, then we immediately make another 90 right after this. So it's making 2 really quick turns. Because it's making 2 really fast 90s in a row, we may not be able to make this second 90 in such fast succession the way it's laid out. Now we do know that the city went ahead and replaced part of their piping and put in another property line clean out more closer to the sidewalk's edge. So we do have access from that point at least out to the rest of the part of the street to verify all the streets been either relined or replaced. So this little junction right here that we have is probably going to be a few feet short of the city one that they put in. So we're going to go ahead and push forward and locate this right here. So we're going to pause the video. Okay, so we've located this buried original property line clean out in front of the new city clean out that was put in on their concrete circular access point. This is 8 feet in front of that. So we actually have a good 6 to 7 feet before it will tie into the newer plastic pipe that they put in when they cut the concrete to add that T-junction. So this is about 4 feet deep, and again, it's all under the concrete driveway, so it's not something you'd bother accessing or trying to get to. But unfortunately, as we mentioned, because of the multiple turns, they're so fast in a row. There's this first 90 here, and then the second 90 is immediately after that, so it creates a very tight S curve, and so essentially cameras, push rods can't make these two quick 90s in a row. So I'm going to try to just see if we can see across here with the camera. So we can see that we're not seeing any objects right there, and no obvious root intrusions right there at this first transition going across. So the only thing we can do is go from the city line and look outward. Because of the depth of that pipe as well, it's unlikely we'd be able to get a camera to sweep in reverse, but we will try that really quick. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and pull back this 10 feet or so from that 70-foot mark we were just at to this object that's in the line, so we can mark this on the property. So there you go. There's this object. We'll go ahead and mark at the beginning, just short of 60 feet here. We're going to go ahead and pause and locate this. Okay, so we've marked where this object is located with some chalk in the driveway with a circle and an X denoting the word object. Doesn't need to be dug up ever. It can be pushed out or retrieved out, but just so you know, the pipe right here is about 3.5 feet deep. So we're going to go ahead and leave this camera in the line right here. We're going to pause, and we're going to move over to the other master bathroom and the laundry line. We're going to use the very small camera we started with to go through the laundry line to see if it can get through the laundry/kitchen and then across into the short main where it then ties into this one we've already come across. Okay, so we moved over here to above off the garage kitchen area. Here's our vent right here for the laundry, and then it'll go across and of course sweep through the kitchen and bathroom that's right next to here. We do have a 3-inch vent, and we'll go down that. So you can see that little bit of buildup right there. There's our T-junction where the laundry gets picked up. We'll see if we can even make this turn here. Yeah, there's a lot of little buildup in the line, and it's sometimes hard for these small cameras. There we go. You can see across horizontal. You can see some debris in there. Again, that's going to be normal. Again, this is a small pipe. It's old cast iron. There's never a guarantee we can get a camera through, but we thought since we had the small camera up top, we'd go ahead and show that. So with the buildup that's in here, it may need snaking at some time. You can see some of that debris that's kind of caked up on this pipe right here as we make that transition. So come back in one more time here. There's the turn to the horizontal pipe. So you can see it's kind of open farther down. There's just this heavy buildup right here at the very beginning. So if the pipe is obviously going to have to be cleaned to remove or push that object out, then we recommend just really fast running a small cable down this laundry vent with running water to help flush this out as well after the object is taken care of. So I'm going to come back up out of this pipe here. And so here's the original 3-inch vent for this bathroom. Now it's not required and actually never needed to have any type of cover. They have literally a water heater vent cover over the top of this pipe. Not sure if this is jammed on there. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pause the video for a second to try to pop this off. Okay, so we got that top removed off. Probably going to have a bunch of cobwebs, and we're going to go down this anyway here. And this is a very small camera. Not getting a really crystal clear view of this vertical pipe here, but here's our transition into the cast iron main sewer here, and now across. So this only runs for a few feet here. We just want to make sure there's no more objects in the line or any construction debris, anything like that. So this is going to run just for a few feet here. And there you go. There's our other push rod that is on the other camera. So we've seen all this line already. So we're actually backing up here. We got a little bit further until we finally saw that we were in that line. So all that line is free of any objects and debris. And coming back up and now out of this here. Okay, so again, here's the vent, here's the cap they had on there. Again, these are not needed and really not supposed to be on there. The line's supposed to be completely open, just like the other vents where there's no caps or plugs on there. So we'll go ahead and leave this to the side since it could actually get in there and actually block the air and cause things to possibly not drain or let gases in or out properly. It's unlikely, but we'll leave it off. So we're now going to go ahead and move down to the city access point that they installed. So we're going to pause the recording. Okay, our camera lens got a little bit of debris on there, but we just want to show, actually, we were able in a second attempt to get through the entire laundry line here. So we're actually through the laundry vent. So we're able to make that turn on the cast iron right there. So we really don't need that one to be snaked out. We were able to get that pulled out and kind of cleaned up. We'll wipe off our camera lens here and show real quick. So this was the laundry vent. So that one is actually not needing any snaking at this time now. The camera kind of flushed it out. Okay, so this is the object. We moved back forward to show the people possibly purchasing the home. So it kind of came unsnaked a little bit from us going back and forth. So again, we've got this marked in the driveway. Just not sure what that object is there. But it will need to be pushed out of the line. Okay, so we're now here at the front of the house, and we're going to go ahead and check from the city's clean out that they installed. And again, in front of it, move our camera over, but the other original clean out's about 8 feet in front of this one. And then it's kind of hard to see from here, but we have a green can of spray paint up in front of that bench. That's where that object is stuck underground in the pipe. So here's the new Greenbelt PVC plastic pipe the city installed. And then from this point on, the pipe would have been clay, and more than likely they actually replaced it or relined it after a certain point. We'll see here shortly. Okay, so the city line is on this side of the street, so not really sure where the manholes are, but you can see it actually dumps right into the line within a few feet. So actually this doesn't even travel across the street, it goes immediately down. So here you can see this very short run, including the vertical. It's only less than 11 feet, and it dumps into the big city pipe right there. So that's the end of that line. So we'll pull back up really quick here. So this is the T-junction. We're going to go ahead and see if we can possibly get our camera to look the other direction. We won't be able to push that way, but we'll see if we can get it to kind of maneuver in the wrong direction possibly. There we go. So we're looking in the wrong direction right now down the line. Oh, it just swiveled out of space there. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. So there you can see the original clay pipe, and we can see that it's nice and open there. So we're looking in the opposite direction. This is the line we couldn't see previous. So we can see down that pipe quite a few feet. And again, it's only less than about 6 to 7 feet before the other clean out is, and that's where it goes back to cast iron. So we essentially have cast iron out about 70 feet. It goes down and transitions to about 6 feet of clay, and then it turns into the plastic here. So so the main sewer is in good condition, doesn't need anything but the object removed. So we're going to go ahead and pull our camera out and show that positioning really quick. Okay, so again, there was the city at the street edge we looked at. Here, just marked here with this green dot. Again, this is the original clean out, marked CO at 4 feet deep, the cast iron, just to note it for everybody. And as we move over here closer to the house, right on this paint can where we do have marked with a chalk circle and an X, we just wrote the word object. So that's where that little plastic orange colored stringy object that's about a foot long or so, maybe a little less, is in the pipe and just needs to be flushed out of the system so it doesn't snag any paper and other debris from traveling down the line, cause any mainline sewer stoppages. So that concludes the recording for this property.